From the Opubco Studios at Britain and Broadway, you're listening to a News OK podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the News OK Comics podcast. I'm Matt Price. I'm here with Kyle Roberts. Kyle, what do we got going on this week?
We've got 3 different comics to talk about this week. Captain America, The Phantom, Bringing Back the Phantom, and Blackest Night.
And as I started reading these, we kind of make our decisions based on what looks like it's going to be big for that week, or maybe it has an Oklahoma connection. As I started reading these, I thought, man, I've really just messed Kyle up.
We've got a monstrous week of comics.
Kyle does not like vampires or zombies or anything of that nature, and we've got them all through this week. So
maybe werewolves are kind of cool.
You can live with werewolves?
Yeah.
Okay. But Captain America, this is a special issue 601. As we know, the storyline of Steve Rogers' return is going on in Captain America Reborn. What they've got here in 601, Gene Colan, the classic artist of Captain America and Tomb of Dracula, which I think is one reason we had the vampires play into this, has been drawing this special issue of Captain America for a while. He's older, he's had some health issues, but they wanted to do a last sort of he may do still more stuff for him, but they want to do a big celebration of his career by doing an issue of Captain America with Ed Brubaker, and that's what you've got here. You've got the Winter Soldier flashing back to World War II era stuff.
And they even talk about that a little bit at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, the importance of Gene Colan in his career. Mm-hmm. So, what did you think?
You know that I don't like vampires, or you couldn't even tell at the very beginning if it was a zombie or a vampire or what, but I did think it was interesting, and I like the action in it, but I'm just not a big, zombie.
It's hard for you to overcome the fact that it's basically a vampire tale set during World War II, and it's pretty dark. I would say well written and well drawn. If you're used to the regular art team, it's obviously going to be different. But if you like the classic art of Gene Colan, I thought this was a nice issue. So,
sweet.
The Phantom Generations. This is by Oklahoma writer Mel Odom.
Right.
This is kind of a illustrated story, almost more than a comic. You have a page of text and then a page of art.
By Moonstone.
By Moonstone, yeah. This is set during sort of the pirate era, 1611. This is one of the early Phantoms. The Phantom guise, as you know, is passed down from generation to generation.
And you can see here, it's not your typical comic. It's almost more like a novel with, full screen cutaways or whatever on the side. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was written really well. It's wordy. It's more like a novel than a comic. So I kind of missed that part of it. But it is different. The art is outstanding. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, I enjoy it. This is the Phantom Generation series is taking and looking at different Phantoms through the years. And like I said, you get the pirate era this time, so you kind of get that. If you like Pirates of the Caribbean type adventure, this is that kind of story.
About the 1600s.
Yeah, starring the Phantom. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I've been enjoying pulp type stuff. I've been watching some the Phantom serials lately, so I thought this was pretty enjoyable. I think Mel has got a good take on some of these pulp type characters. I'd like to see him do more with the Phantom and characters like that in the future.
Sweet.
All right, and then we'll wrap it up with the big release of the week, Blackest Night. DC has been building up to this for several months, and you have got the DC Green Lantern characters facing up against basically superpowered zombies. It's basically like a superhero horror movie.
Yep.
Which, again, is not costing at all. But Jeff Johns, it's Ivan Rice. I thought it had great art. It's going to be dark and it's going to be kind of scary, and so I don't think it's necessarily for the younger kids, but I think if you're into DC, if you like zombie stuff, if you want kind of a maybe more intelligent horror thriller, I think this is what you're going to get out of Blackest Night.
It's fairly wordy at times, and it's a pretty big comic.
Yeah. Yeah, they're setting up all this emotional spectrum of the various Green Lantern Corps, so there's a lot of things going into this. But honestly, I thought if you just pick this up, even if you haven't been following the lead up to it, this kind of gets you into what's going on. Mm-hmm. So those are our 3 comics for this week. Kyle, given that we hit you up with all these horror comics, what do you think?
I'm not gonna say I just didn't like any of them, but I probably like the Phantom the best. It was definitely a creative and more unusual comic.
Mm-hmm. I like Blackest Night. I enjoyed all of them to some degree, but I knew when I got into these, I'm like, oh, vampires, oh, zombies. Man, Kyle's going to be ticked. But I would say Blackest Night if you want like a strong horror type thing, if you want to see kind of a flashback to a classic Marvel artist, Gene Colan, and then our own local Mel Odom writes, like I said, a really great Phantom pirate tale. So Kyle's picks the Phantom. I'm going to go with Blackest Night. Those are some of the big hits for this week. So, for the News OK Comics podcast, I'm Matt Price. This is Kyle Roberts. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.